Good morning, guys. So I'm starting quite a bit earlier today so that we can drive together to, I'm not sure where yet. So if anybody has a preference, let me know. And I'll just take a moment to tag people while I can before I start the drive. I think I did it. I don't know. Again, I see that people are joining, but I don't see your names. So if you want to be known and addressed in person, please comment. I don't promise that I'm gonna look at the phone all the time, but I will drive very carefully and maybe glance. So I think I'm gonna go to the north. Why not? Let's see what's happening there. So just so you know, I talked to various friends on the island, and apparently while the center of the island and the north side were not like super affected, nothing is completely destroyed, anything, just some fallen trees and, as you know, internet issues. But in the south, apparently it was much, much worse. One of my friends is staying at Costa del Sol, and she, as of yesterday, they still didn't have any power or water. And I saw some photos from Rasta Bar next to Punta Sur, and it seems completely destroyed. So, yeah, the south of the island really got a hit. I assume Tulum was affected badly too, but who knows? So I see it, yeah, of course, a lot of branches, a lot of leaves, trees. But other than that, here it's all good. I'm gonna angle it a little bit this way so that you see the buildings also. Hotel B seems okay. We have a class here today at 8. I think it's not canceled. So, well, the weather is nice today. It's just there's a lot of debris everywhere. Now, lots of trees here. I wonder if I can find a spot to go to the ocean, like park somewhere and go angle the camera to the ocean for the practice itself. We still have 5 minutes, so I'm gonna look. The problem in my house is that I almost don't have a phone signal there on a good day without any hurricanes or storms or anything. And so there is some kind of race going on. Are we being diverted? No. So I can't really like outside of my house, the data internet is totally fine because I have a good phone signal. Inside of my house, there is nothing. There is no phone signal, no internet signal nowadays. So it's okay, right? It's the minor concern compared to what it could have been. Good morning, Gina. I see you. Some cyclists. I guess they're just training, not really a race or anything. Oh, whatever it's called, GFNY, Grand Fondo New York is gonna be here soonish. I think it's in September. My friend is supposed to come from Chicago. I hope they're still coming. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Judy. So my plan is to park somewhere and walk towards the ocean front. I don't go here that often just for that, so I have no idea where would be an opening, but I'm sure there is one. This direction I go only for Bucanos, of course, and Hotel B, but Hotel B we already passed. So Weston is fine. Again, a lot of trees that have fallen. Good morning, Joey. So yeah, if you guys have any like spots that have emotional value for you on the island that you want to see, now is a good time since I'm going to be driving around for our practice. Oh my God, I don't think I can go anywhere. Where can I find the ocean? Man. Um, so just let me know. I'll drive there the next day or whatever. All right, turning around. Still have a couple of minutes. There should be some kind of pass it, right? Like I should be able to pass to see the ocean. Where is it? Everything seems to be fenced. It's okay. We'll find it. I know people watch the ocean from the strip, no? Like, aren't there some benches and some passes towards the ocean? Where are all of those? If anybody knows who is on the call, let me know. I'll stop there. I don't see anything. Just past Las Brisas, Gina says. Okay. I haven't passed it yet, right? Wow, I totally thought that there are a lot of openings here. Maybe there were, but not anymore. Hmm. Oh well, I'm sorry guys, so we're gonna be just a little bit late for the practice itself, but let me find a good spot to park. Yeah, look at that. Everything is fenced. Everything. I thought there would be like some openings to go into the ocean, or at least to see it. Aha, here we go. There you go. All right, well, that would be good enough for now, since I don't want to take more time from the practice itself. Let me get out of the car. All right, I'm taking you with me. Gina, now I'm going north, didn't see anything. Now I'm going south. So I'm very close to Coral Princess, and I think Las Brisas is there, but I'm gonna stop here. It's okay. Oops! And of course, I parked right like into a big puddle. Good that I'm wearing good shoes. All right. This is where we're gonna be today. This is pretty. Yeah, that's what I meant. But I thought there would be a lot more openings like this along the road. Apparently, there are not. So where I am is this. The Coral Princess is there. I guess Las Brisas is next to it. And this way is south to the island. Good morning, Jean. All right, now let's move to the actual practice. And as you remember, we've been looking at all the aversions and the forgiveness practice in the past few days, and it was for a reason, of course. Now I feel we are more prepared to move on to the next stage of the metta practice, which is sending loving kindness to a challenging, difficult person in our life. I'll remind you that the most powerful condition for metta, loving kindness, to arise is seeing the good in someone. So on this stage, we make an effort to turn our attention to any good we can find in a difficult person. We may be able to find just one good quality, even if in someone with great character flaws, though of course we may feel reluctant to try. Sharon Salzberg writes, the first time I was given the instruction to look for one good quality in a person I found difficult, I rebelled. I thought, that's what superficial, gullible people do. They just look for the good in someone and create this fake positivity around that. I don't want to do that. As I actually did the practice, however, I discovered that it had an important and powerful effect. In fact, it allowed me to relate to this person without my habituated defensiveness and withdrawal. There may be people in our life who absolutely defy our ability or willingness to think of even one good thing about them. And that's all right. Sometimes we're just not ready yet for that. In that case, our loving kindness focus could be turned to this universal wish to be happy, which this difficult person also shares. Because all beings want to be happy, yet so very few know how. And a lot of times it's really out of ignorance that any of us cause suffering for ourselves or others. So, as we come to sending loving kindness to a person with whom we experience conflict, fear, anger, grief, we can reflect on this line from Rainer Maria Rilke. Perhaps everything terrible is in its deepest being something that needs our love. When you work with a difficult person in your loving kindness practice, it is useful to begin with someone with whom the difficulty is relatively mild. It's tough to start right away with an attempt to send loving kindness to the one person who has hurt us repeatedly in this lifetime. It is very important to approach increasingly difficult people gradually. That's actually why we spend so much time sending loving kindness toward our benefactors and ourselves at the beginning for almost 2 weeks or more than 2 weeks instead of doing the entire practice right away, all the stages. It's because we want to make it as easy as possible for the heart to gradually open to loving kindness, to create this habit within. It is also very important to know that this practice, when you send loving kindness to a difficult person in your life, is not meant to induce suffering on you, though of course it may reveal it. If a particular person has harmed you so grievously that it is very difficult to include them in the field of your loving care, then we just have to approach sending them metta slowly, with a lot of care and compassion for ourselves in the first place. So let's start the practice itself now. Take a comfortable position, and as always, take a few moments to settle, to acknowledge all the circumstances of your practice, starting with the external, and then gradually moving in on your inner world. Let your breath be natural, uncontrolled. Briefly scan your body from top to bottom and see if you can invite some effortlessness into your being, body, heart, and mind. Sending loving kindness to a person with whom we have difficult relationship can be quite a challenge. So we will start by sending loving kindness to a good friend, a benefactor of sorts, someone who you love dearly and sincerely wish them happiness, so that your heart can open up a little bit to the energy of loving kindness. So think of that loved one and start sending them the loving kindness verse, mine, or whatever phrases you selected. Of course, I'll share mine again. And mine is not mine, it's preferred traditional verse that I like. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well in body and mind. May you be happy, healthy, and at ease. May you know deep, natural peace. So repeat this verse or your own phrases, and you notice that I use the second person. May you be filled with loving kindness. But of course, you can use their name, whatever you prefer. I'll give you a couple of minutes in silence for that. Now bring to mind a mildly difficult person in your life. Perhaps you can most easily feel loving kindness for that person if you imagine them as a vulnerable infant or even on their deathbed. But here you need to be very careful not to create any eager anticipation of their death, of course. Allow yourself to be creative with it, daring, humorous even. Imagine situations where you can more readily feel loving kindness toward that difficult person. For example, Sharon Salzberg says that one of her students chose as a difficult person someone who was loud, intrusive, and extremely talkative. And so she found she could only start sending that person loving kindness if she imagined her sitting in a chair, bound and gagged. Imagine that. Sounds silly, but if it helps, go for the boldest imagery. Just be careful not to use your meta imagery as a revenge tool. In any case, as the strength of our loving kindness grows, we can eventually reach a place where we sincerely extend wishes of well being to the difficult person, even while we work to counter their actions and activities of which we disapprove. So imagine your difficult person in any situation you wish. Get a sense of them by visualizing them or simply saying their name. If you can, contemplate just one good thing about that person. If you can't find this one good thing, don't worry. Just remember that this person, just like you, wishes to be happy and makes mistakes out of ignorance. Just because they wish to be happy, just because they are a human being, they deserve everything that we deserve. Direct the meta phrases towards them, whichever phrases you have been using. Again, mine is, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well in body and mind. May you be happy, healthy, and at ease. May you know deep, natural peace. As you do your practice, accept all the different feelings that may come and go. Of course, because you're working now with a difficult person, there may be sorrow, grief, anger. Allow them all to pass through you. Remember, they're just waves. If they become overwhelming, however, go back to sending loving kindness to your dear friend or yourself. Remember, this practice is not meant to induce suffering on you. It's meant to free you from suffering. And now gently let that go. Take a nice inhale and exhale, and start coming out of your practice. During the day today, I invite you to notice all the thoughts and feelings around the difficult person you chose. And if you interact with them in real life quite a bit, don't try to do anything different, but just see maybe there is something that has shifted already. Of course, it's not a practice for just one day. And try not to expect any miracles right away. But definitely, if you keep at it, something will shift. I can truly promise it. I've seen it in myself and in others many, many times to know that it's a real possibility. So thank you so much for being here today. If you want to take a ride with me back into town, I'm going to keep my phone on. If you are done and ready to move on with your day, enjoy it, and I will see you tomorrow. And again, if you guys have any particular spots on the island that you want me to visit and tour around while I am in this internet situation, just let me know. I can easily go there and do our practice from there. Why not? Oops. I will probably start connecting sorry guys, just a little bit earlier than 7:25 I usually connect, but for this I will probably be connecting at like 7:15 more or less, so that we can take a ride to and from the practice. Okay, keys would be nice. I am going to this new place, well, newish, called Aquí and Ahora, and it's a I don't know, it's an eatery. They're open all day long. They have a very nice kind of open door space, so it feels very safe COVID-wise and stuff. They have really good food, and they claim that they have a really, really good internet. They market it for digital nomads. Have never used their internet before, so now is a good time for me to explore that. Oh, and most of the winds during this hurricane came from the east. So I do want to go to the east side to see what's happening there. Most likely I won't be able to take you with me live just because the connection there is so awful, but we can try. Not right now. Maybe tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Well, we'll see. So now I'm passing Puerto Abrigo. If you have never been to my house yet, the blue one, the little one-story blue one on the right side is mine. Well, not mine, I'm renting it. But I've lived here for almost 11 years. I have never in my life lived anywhere longer in one apartment except for my childhood home. Isn't that ironic? I came here for a couple of months, and this is my the longest standing apartment. And we're coming into town now. So this is turning to be a long video. So for the ease of practice, I'm just gonna annotate when the actual practice starts and ends so that people who are not with us on the tour don't have to go through the whole thing, unless they want to, of course. Here we go. This is the... No, it's not that yet. I'm going to show you this IKEA Ora. It's between 4 and 2. I think they're open in 6 minutes. Oopsie. I don't see it. Oops. Ooh, where is it? Is it not 4 and 2 yet? Oh, I guess not. Ugh. Yeah, of course not. This is museum. It's on 6. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I'm rambling. Still not it? I guess not. No, come on. This was... Oh, here it is. Duh. Right behind me. Of course, now I'm blocking traffic. So I have to park somewhere else. By the way, a fun fact, well, funny, um, the phone I'm using is actually with it's an American SIM card from T-Mobile, which I have an Mexican plan on it with unlimited calls, unlimited internet, so kind of no roaming at all. The fun fact about it is that um, I am on a family plan with my ex-husband and his new wife, and they are paying for my plan. So I really appreciate that. And that's why I can easily use all this unlimited internet here because Telmex plans are not that generous. All right, I'm gonna go park here. All right, guys, enjoy your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.